Welcome to Arsenal, Gabriel Jesus. Yes, people, why football in Arsenal wrapped up their third signing of this summer transfer window, courtesy of Fabrizio Romano, who just revealed it today on this Sunday evening. Gabriel Jesus, the number 9, the marquee signing, the striker that all the Arsenal fans around the world were craving. As always, if you're around, if you enjoy Arsenal and football-related content, this is a place to be. So make sure you subscribe down below and leave your thoughts on the Gabriel Jesus signing in the comment section. As I do with every summer transfer signing, and especially this one, I'm going to go through their advantages, their disadvantages, how they're going to link up in the Arsenal team. We're going to talk about everything to do with Gabriel Jesus and my overall reaction to the transfer window, rating it out of 10, especially this signing. So yeah, let's talk about the actual fee itself. It's £45 million as reported by Romano, and it's a deal until 2027. So a decent 5 years, which is good long-term contract, especially the fact that he's 25 years old and entering his prime. We're going to have him until 30 years old. That's his golden years. That's his best years. So it's definitely good business on that side. And it's got a nice photo of him photoshopped in the Arsenal kit. He says Edu and Arteta were key for the deal. That makes sense, of course. I feel like Arteta, this is one of his strengths as a manager. He's good at negotiating and talking to players. I see him as a very good people person. He can speak to people and get them on board with his ideas. Now, whether we can actually translate that into success for Arsenal, that's yet to be seen, because he hasn't quite managed to reach Champions League football and further yet. But he definitely can get players to buy into his belief. All the players that come to Arsenal said they listened to Arteta and they like what they heard from him, and that's the reason they came to this football club. So let's see if he can convert all the talk into actual success on the football pitch and get us into the top 4 positions and above. But that's a good sign that he chose Arsenal, because there were other teams going for him. Tottenham, one of the teams going for him, and of course Tottenham had that lucrative Champions League spot. So the fact he's chosen Arsenal over our rivals Tottenham is a very, very good sign. Let's look at his stats. So on Excel, I've done a spreadsheet. I did his stats in the Premier League across all seasons, and then for just the previous season, the season that just finished. So you can talk about him, his whole time at Man City, and then just this season. So we've got some kind of recent news about him. In terms of his goals, 58 goals is not the greatest, especially for a striker, not the greatest whatsoever. But look, he's contributing, he is getting goals. That Man City team is packed with talent, completely packed with talent. So the fact that he's still getting goals is a good sign. Of course, 2021-2022, the season that just passed, in the Premier League, he only got 8 goals, which for me is disappointing. For your number 9 striker, your out-and-out striker, and the only out-and-out striker that Manchester City did have this season, given Sergio Aguero left and they hadn't quite brought in Erling Haaland yet, I think that's disappointing. Now, he's been playing out on the right and on the left, and I'm going to talk about in the future. He hasn't been used as like an out-and-out number 9, but still, we do need him contributing more. If he's coming to this football club, and as he is coming to Arsenal Football Club, we're going to need him getting at least double-digit goals. For me, he needs to be getting at least 15, which he hasn't quite proved to do so yet. In terms of his shots, 64 shots this season. I would have liked a bit more, especially for an out-and-out striker. And in terms of split, you can tell it's heavily favoured towards his right foot. He loves getting goals on his right pegs. Heading, not a lot. He's not the tallest striker, and I feel like we could have done with a tall striker. We've re-signed Eddie Nketiah now, given him the number 14 shirt. He's not the tallest guy in the world. I want to say he's like 5'7", maybe 5'8". Gabriel Jesus is not much taller. I want to say 5'9", maybe 5'10". We do need a plan B striker, I believe. Someone that's about over 6 foot, maybe 6'2", 6'3", that can get on the end of headed chances. Look, someone like Giroud, just that type of player that can get on the end of headed chances, where if we're 1-0 down, 1-1 with 10 minutes to go, we can throw them on, like roll the dice and see what happens. We've got 2 of the similar type of strike, which for me could be a risk. Now, Jesus is better than Nketiah, no doubt about it, but they're similar in terms of the way they operate. They're the same size, they use their speed, their counter-attacking prowess, their dynamic finishing. They're similar type of players, and we haven't opted for a plan B striker like a Victor Osimhen, for example, or Tammy Abraham, which could be a risk that is a good risk, because Jesus may have higher potential, but it could be bad in terms of they're too similar and we need some type of plan B. But there's still time to go in the window. We might end up signing another striker, for all I know. Whether that is a plan B striker, who knows? In terms of comparing his all seasons to this season now, this is the important part. Shooting accuracy gone down big time. It was 47% across all seasons, but in the season that just finished, 39% shot accuracy, not the greatest. His goals per match have gone down. It was at 0.36, it's now 0.29, but the thing that's gone up, passes per match, is now 26.39. He's starting to become a facilitator. For Man City, he was playing on the wings, and he's actually got a good cross on him, to be fair, Jesus. Now, I'm interested to see how Arteta utilises that now, because We've got our wingers. We've got Saka. We've got Martinelli. We could be bringing in Rafinha. Exciting signing if that does go through. He's going to be a winger as well. Jesus, I'm seeing as a number 9, as a striker. Now, whether that means Arteta sees that front three as being really fluid, where he can see Saka going down the middle, Jesus drifting to the right, Jesus drifting to the left, and letting my man Martinelli go down the middle, or potentially Rafinha if we sign him, that could be an option. He's been used as a facilitator this previous season. That's how Pep Guardiola decided to utilise him. We're now going to most likely mould him back into a striker again. So he's going to have to go back on himself. Taking all that stage to move into a facilitating position, to go back into an out-and-out striker position. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but look, I'll plan for him. And it's important to know that Arteta has trained with him. He was at Manchester City when Jesus was there, and of course, Arteta was there before he came to Arsenal. He was an assistant coach under Pep Guardiola, so he has trained with Jesus. He knows what he's like. He's got some extra time with him. This is not the first time he's going to train with Jesus, so he must have some kind of ideas to what he's capable of. And so in that respect, I do trust the manager with that decision. Let's talk about his advantages. He's a Prem proven player, played for Man City. That's good. A lot of the players we've signed recently have come from all over the gaff, man. Abroad, overseas, even other continents, not even just Europe. He's a Prem proven player. He's done it in the Premier League over multiple seasons now, 5-6 seasons I want to say. So we know what he's capable of. He doesn't need to take time to adapt to the league. He can get in on the front foot and just go at it. He's 25. That means he's literally entering his prime. We've tied him for a long-term contract. That's a good sign. He had 1 year left, so 45 million is a bit much for a player on his final year, but he is entering his prime. It is what it is. We're looking at a player that can only get better, and he's going to peak at Arsenal Football Club. And another big thing that no one really talks about this, he's won big trophies and played big games for Manchester City. He's played in Champions League semi-finals, finals. Look, this Arsenal squad very young, the youngest in the Premier League I want to say. Great players, exciting players. But we showed towards the end of last season, we lacked the experience in key areas. There were just times when we just could not quite piece it together and get that run going to find Champions League spots. We need some experience. Jesus, our number 9, he's going to be leading the line. He's got experience in the big games. He's won the big trophies for Man City. I want to say he's won 4 Premier League trophies in total. So he's been there, he's done it. He knows what it takes to win a Premier League trophy. Can he translate that success to Arsenal and bring that championship DNA? That's what I want to see him bring to this football club. He's a dynamic goal scorer as well. As I said, he's fluid. He's a kind of like futuristic striker, modern day striker. He's not someone that's just going to sit in the middle of the park and bounce balls off him. No, he's going to drift out to the right, drift out to the left, get involved on that side, take on players, dribble past them, use his passing ability. Yeah, he's going to be that kind of player, and I think his link-up play will do very well with the likes of Saka and Martinelli in that respect, which I think is a great sign for him. Let's move into disadvantages now. Obviously, the things we don't really want to talk about, but it's inevitable. Every player has weaknesses. Let's talk about Gabriel Jesus' ones. First of all, he was played with the best facilitators in the world. Look, the brothers played for Man City. In my opinion, if you play for a team like Man City or Liverpool, your stats are slightly inflated because you're playing with the likes of the De Bruynes, the Gundoans, the Bernardo Silvas, for example, Phil Fodens. These players are unbelievable. They're world class. They can find you literally. I honestly believe, put me in the Man City team for 38 games a season and I'd bag at least 5 goals. I honestly do believe it, because their playmakers are that good that you don't have to do anything amazing. You just have to be in the right position and they will find you. So in my opinion, if you're not getting a lot of goals in the Man City team, it's a bit worrying, because you've literally given the best opportunity, given the best facilities. It's not like he's bagging all these goals and he's playing for someone like Norwich or something who are going to struggle. He's going to go from playing with De Bruyne now to playing with players that are not at De Bruyne's level at Arsenal Football Club. Can he still find that same success and still translate that? We're going to have to see, but that's a worrying sign for me that I hope won't be too bad. Also, he hasn't shown more than 15 goals in a Premier League season. If I show you his goals in each season, look, his first season got 7, then 13, good jump, 7 again, 14, that was his best season, 2019-2020, then 9, and then 8. So he barely breaks 10 goals a season. And on the 2 occasions he didn't break 15 goals a season. This is just in the Premier League as well. I'm not counting the Carabao Cup, Champions League and FA Cup. But yeah, I want to see a Premier League striker scoring at least 20, to be honest, to be a world-class striker. But look, he's entering his prime. Let's see what he can do. He's shown evidence where he can get about 14 in the season. Can we push that to 15, 16? If so, that's a really big jump. Our strikers did not play their part this season for us. I honestly think if we had a bagsman up front that scored at least 10, 11 goals for us, we would have finished top 4 comfortably. We didn't have that, and we paid the price not finishing that Champions League position. Can Gabriel Jesus bring that to Arsenal Football Club? Let's hope so. He's also moved into a facilitator role, which I said before, like he's taken on a more passing role for the team, which obviously is not what we want. We want a striker, an out-and-out number 9. Can he mold back into that position? Let's hope so. That's about how he's going to fit into this Arsenal team then. Link-up-wise, I'm excited. I'm very excited. I think he's going to go down the middle. We're going to have Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left. It's going to be link-up, fluid. Everyone's going to be taking each other's positions. I think it's a really exciting attacking lineup. And we're seeing a Brazil-England kind of like hybrid at Arsenal Football Club. We've got the Brazilians, got the likes of the Marquinhos, Martinelli, and now Gabriel Jesus. We've got the English players like Smith Rowe and Nketiah and Saka. Those players linking up nicely, a bit of a hybrid going. I like the looks of it. Two exciting nations, two actually nations that got some of the best up-and-coming footballers as well. I like the looks of that. And at the end of the day, it's filled the void. It's filled the void that we needed. He's not going to have De Bruyne behind him. He's going to have Odegaard, who's growing as a player each season. I do expect him to take another jump this season, Martin Odegaard, in what will be his, I guess, his third season if you count the half season he had before this one. So yeah, I'm really looking forward on that side to it. But yeah, let's talk about the overall transfer as a whole. For me, it's a Prem proven player at a decent price that's moving into his prime. And that's really big for me. The fact that we've got a player that's not quite the 22, 21-year-olds, really young ones. He's moving just into his prime. He's not a dinosaur. He's not going to retire in a few seasons. He's getting to his best time and he's Prem proven. I think those two factors are absolutely critical in the fact that we've pulled off this signing from a great team as well that's got winning DNA throughout them. He's been managed under Pep Guardiola, one of the best managers of all time and definitely one of the best right now. Arteta has managed him before, so let's hope he can bring the best out of him again. So my final rating on the Gabriel Jesus signing to Arsenal, Arsenal's third of the current transfer window, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Decent overall signing, and it plugs that number 9 void that we desperately need. I've been calling it since the start. We signed Vieira, centre mid. We signed Marquinhos, winger. I was like, we need the striker. Make the strike happen, and we've finally done it. We've pulled the striker off. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed it. Basically, everyone under the sun has confirmed it, other than Arsenal, which I do hope they will do in the coming days. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe down below. I'm YFootball. I deliver all the Arsenal-related transfer news, Arsenal match reactions, which I'll be delivering even during summer, during our Orlando Cup games. If you enjoy that type of content, please make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.